Our current global economy relies on a destructive cycle of extraction, fueled by systemic debt and the maintenance of artificial resource scarcity to drive market value. This scarcity-driven model inevitably leads to geopolitical friction. While nations fight over access to diminishing resources, the soldiers on the front lines pay an invisible price in the form of deep, recurring psychological trauma. There is a staggering paradox in the data. The world currently wastes more food than it would take to feed the entire global population, yet resource competition remains the primary driver of international conflict. Breaking this cycle requires moving to a resource-based economy, or RBE. This model is currently being stress-tested in blue zone hubs in Portugal, where the focus shifts from speculative debt to the guaranteed distribution of survival assets. Regenerative farming provides the technological foundation for this transition. It is engineered to reverse global resource scarcity while creating the rhythmic, manual labor necessary to heal deep human trauma. Instead of leaving veterans to navigate a hyper-competitive civilian market, the program relocates them to a neutral biome like the Gold Master site in Portugal. Here, they are retrained as Earth Guardians within a secured sanctuary of peace. They engage in syntropic agriculture, a method of high-density planting that functions as a moving meditation. This rhythmic discipline provides the physical grounding necessary to down-regulate an overactivated nervous system. This anatomical flowchart shows how the manual work of farming forces a biological pivot. The intensive labor actively flushes combat-induced cortisol and cellular neurotoxins from the system, establishing a stable biological baseline. As the body stabilizes, the veterans repurpose their highly developed tactical skills. They shift their operational discipline away from the chaotic energy of destruction and channel it entirely into ecological regeneration. This process makes healing the soil the primary mechanism for somatic therapy. Restoring the land provides the daily feedback loop of life and growth required for these veterans to transition into higher-order ethical leadership. These Earth Guardians manage a sophisticated physical infrastructure. Each hub utilizes ARQ-18 modular habitat units and Skyacre vertical farms, operating as completely closed-loop systems, independent of external grids. While traditional farming relies on extractive monocultures, these hubs cultivate multi-tiered, biodiverse, syntropic food forests. These ecosystems are engineered for maximum longevity and require minimal toil once established. Within the ARQ-18 hubs, excess harvests are immediately preserved through dehydration and fermentation. This bars and jars protocol captures the peak vitality of the forest, turning seasonal abundance into a non-perishable resource. This creates a living commons for the community. By maintaining a permanent reserve of whole food, plant-based nutrition, the hub ensures that baseline survival needs are unconditionally met. Localized, closed-loop production grants the community total nutritional sovereignty. Because they generate their own water, energy, and food, they are structurally insulated from global inflation and supply chain failures. This physical abundance scales into a new macroeconomic framework, the Barnes Quantian, or BNQ token. This economy inverts the traditional model by treating financial infrastructure and ecological regeneration as a single process. The BNQ token is anchored directly to the physical yields of the land, deriving value from the production of clean water and syntropic food forests. The Barnes Miracle Bar is the physicalized guarantee, an instrument of survival you can literally eat, making the economy unshakable. This fuels the peace for profit flywheel. By tokenizing the abundance generated at the hubs, the system can seamlessly dedicate 50%. By building toward a state where localized autonomy is the global baseline, the system targets the physical drivers of resource competition that historically fuel conflict. This transition replaces the reliance on fragile human treaties with a structural guarantee of baseline security. The highest form of global defense is not the perpetual preparation for war, but the uncompromising ethical stewardship of the Earth's biological resources.